It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Reckenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callis.
How are you?
Just wonderful.
That's it. Just wonderful.
Does it get any better?
I'm going with that. It's a step grade over peachy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go with that.
Yeah. Wonderful step grade over peachy.
Did you have an exciting day yesterday?
I wouldn't say exciting. I went to Harrison.
How was that?
Exciting.
How was that welcome after Harrison getting beat by a Mountain Home?
I didn't wear anything that said Mountain Home.
You didn't wear anything that said Mountain Home?
No, sir. No, I've learned that. I don't wear any Mountain Home stuff when I'm over there. So
It's not like they hadn't figured out where you're from.
no, but as long as you don't flaunt it, I guess I'm all right. Yeah, that wouldn't be good to be showing up with a Mountain Home hat on.
Yeah. Well, they did come over here last night and beat the volleyball team, so they're feeling a little better about themselves.
I hadn't heard. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3-1. So, yeah. It was a long day yesterday. Had to go over to Rogers for several appointments and got them all done. And got home and crashed.
There you go.
It was a long day. But, yeah. I understand we have a new sponsor from the morning prayer.
We do. Hospice. I'm going to bring it up. Hospice of the Ozarks has picked up the morning prayer, and they are just great people. But they were honored to pick up the prayer and do that, and we're so glad to help them or have them on board. They're just an amazing company. I don't know if you've ever.
I don't know much about them. I don't know much about the hospice portion of the cancer
Let
world.
me tell you that it's one of those. The hospice house is one of those places you hope you never need, but when you do, you're so thankful they're there. Mm-hmm. And they, they help. Their job is to make your quality of life better on your last days. I'm going to just be honest with you.
There you go.
But they're not just there for the patient; they're there for the family. I know Amanda's grandmother had went there when she was right before she passed, and. It was amazing how much time they spent with the family.
Mm-hmm.
You guys need to understand the steps that she's going through. This is what's going to happen. This is how, and they've kept her completely comfortable. Like I said, you couldn't ask for a better transition. And they have a heart for what they do, and you can tell they're a great company. They really are a nonprofit.
Let's go forward with the morning prayer.
All right.
Lord, we just thank you for the day that you've given us, Lord, the rain that is here, that is nice and gentle with not high winds and lightning. Lord, we just thank you for that. It's good to continue to allow the grass to grow and the gardens to flourish and the hay to be there for the farmers who cut it annually. Lord, we just thank you for all of that. Lord, we just pray that you'll be with us throughout the day. Lord, we just pray that you will be with those that are traveling today. It's a very busy sports day today, and we have a lot of people traveling in, traveling out, not just in Mountain Home, but all the surrounding areas, all across the state of Arkansas. It's a busy, busy day. We ask for safe travel for everyone involved. Lord, we just pray that for our government, as you have to be in control of that situation because there's nothing that we can do about it. And Lord, we just thank you for being in control of our lives, and we just pray all these things in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Scooter, before we take our little commercial break, we just want to announce that we are changing things up a little bit. Today we've got to have the sports session on before we do This Week in Real Estate due to a meeting that I have to attend at work. So we just want to make sure that's out there. The morning prayer was brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, and I'll educate myself a little bit more about them over the weekend, and we'll talk more about them on Monday. So right now we're going to have a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793. We'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the weather, the lake levels, dam reports, all brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. Scooter, can you see anything at the river this morning?
Yes.
Well, let's look at it.
Surprisingly.
By golly.
I was expecting some fog out there, but I guess the rain is
Yesterday morning was foggy.
Yeah, yesterday morning was foggy.
Today's not bad. What you're looking at is a great shot of the White River from the Marion County, Arkansas side back in the Baxter County, Arkansas side. Over to your left is the Rainbow Bridge. To your right is Contractors Trust. Way, way off in the horizon is the state of Missouri. City of Mountain Home would be to your right, City of Bull Shoals to your left. Straight ahead is the city of Cotter, the baseball park. The Railroad Museum is down there on your right. The baseball field, the city park, all that is there. Just a great shot. Let's take another look at another shot. That proves to you that that is a live shot. You can see the water rippling through there. Not much water going through there right now.
No, water is way down.
Things are a little bit low. We're going to go ahead and run through some temperatures and come back and talk about some shots. Today in Mountain Home, currently at 63, Harrison 63, Batesville 64, Yellville 65, Marshall 66, Salem 61, Mountain View 66, Calico Rock 63, West Plains, Missouri 61, Springfield, Missouri 64, Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 59, St. Louis, Missouri is 63. Just some great shots. I just love those shots. Great shots of the White River. You can go there to retiredtoarkansas.net, click on MLS listings, see what they have available in our area. If you see something that you're interested in, give Bob or Linda Zdora a call at 870-405-0793. And that website again is retiredtoarkansas.net. We'll take a look at the radar. Currently across the nation, you can see we've got some rain that'll be passing through Arkansas. Should be out of here by noon. We'll zoom back into the great state. Currently, it's some showers going on. They're starting to dissipate. They should be out of our area sometime around 10 this morning. Start drying back up, looking pretty good. But currently, until about 10 o'clock, you're going to have rain down along Little Rock and Conway, Hot Springs, but the rest of the state's going to look pretty good about lunchtime. Watches and warnings for the state, for the USA, no heat advisory in the state of Arkansas. What is this? Little flash flood around Hot Springs, it looks like. State of Texas is still dealing with the excessive heat, so is Louisiana. But the surrounding states around us look pretty clear. 7-day forecast. Chance of rain then sunny today, high of 83, low tonight 58. Tomorrow high of 81 and sunny, mostly clear tomorrow night, low of 56. Sunday high of 81, sunny, partly cloudy Sunday night, low of 60, high of 78 on Monday. Chance of rain is about 30%. Low of 63 on Monday night, a high of 72 on Tuesday. Might have to break out a sweater. Next Wednesday, high of 73. Next Thursday, high of 73. Pollen and allergy. Tree pollen, moderate today, none tomorrow, none on Sunday. Grass pollen, moderate today, tomorrow is none on Sunday. Ragweed, very high today, high tomorrow, and high on Sunday. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk, 553.28, 1.28 above full pool of 552. Currently, generation is unavailable. Lake Bull Shoals, currently generating 1 with a lake level of 657.92. How about all that, Scooter? That and a bag of chips. There you go. Lake Levels Dam Reports and all it updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team. Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. We'll be back with community news and happenings in just a moment.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road, where your business is appreciated.
Going on now through June. Up to $500 off select mowers at Mower Warehouse. With no money down and payments as low as $89 per month.
Have you ever?
Wrong one.
Wrong one. Welcome back to Community News and Happenings here on XL7-TV, brought to you by Mower Warehouse of Mountain Home. Mower Warehouse is located Highway 178 East out toward the bypass, right-hand side about a quarter of a mile from the bypass. You'll know you're there when you see the mowers in the air, and the rebates are on.
The rebates are on. They have continued them, believe it or not.
What a deal.
You get a great deal right now. Go in there, and they got some really large rebates on their mowers, and they can save you quite a bit of money. They can do financing right there in-house. They carry parts and parts and parts, and
but not only just mower parts, but weed eaters and blowers and all that
generators.
Stuff. They keep everything. If you're looking for a part for one of your implements and one of your pieces of machinery, give Mower Warehouse a try before you go to Amazon or eBay. You might save yourself some time, some shipping, and they may have it for you there at Mower Warehouse. A PEO Chapter DO yard sale.
There you go.
By gosh.
PEO Chapter DO.
Chapter DO. Yard sale. It is today and tomorrow, from 8 to 4 today and from 8 to 2 tomorrow. St. Andrew's Church on 511 Coley Drive. Something for everyone. It's a fundraiser for the philanthropic. I don't know how to say that.
Philanthropic.
However, it is the PEO organization which helps support women's education. You just laugh it up over there, buddy. Tools, adult clothing of all sizes, shoes, kitchenware, purses, furniture, gadgets, pet stuff, jewelry, lots of stuff. And it is at St. Andrew's Church on 511 Coley Drive. Today from 8 to 4, tomorrow from 8 to 2. The annual Ladies' Day at College and North Church of Christ will be held tomorrow. Beginning at 8:30, the program will end at noon. Lunch will be served. The guest speaker is Linda Haynes. The theme is New Every Morning. All ladies are invited to attend. The College and North Street Church of Christ. What else you got? Anything?
I don't know. I guess everything else probably expired that
That's
weekend.
pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Got something coming up on September 23rd, which will be that Cross Trail Outfitters fundraiser happening thing going on. We'll talk more about that starting next week. The registration for the Big Bass Tournament for the hospital is coming up as well. So we've got a few things that are hanging out there in the way. Big football game tonight.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Don't forget to show up.
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there early, trust me.
There you go.
Setting up.
We are rearranging things a little bit. This has been the Community News and Happenings brought to you by Mower Warehouse. Mower Warehouse, Highway 178 East out toward the bypass. Again, you'll know you're there when you see the mowers in the air. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Friday football Friday. Coach Steve Airy, Coach Greg Crow are with me this morning. Changing things around a little bit this morning. We're doing this segment in front of This Week in Real Estate. But, gentlemen, how are you?
Good.
Coach Crow?
Tired.
What time did you get in this morning?
2:30.
2:30. Not much rest for the weary.
Not a lot. That is for sure.
How'd it go last night down at BB against Texarkana?
We won 21-0. I don't know. I'm not real happy with it. We just kind of blah all week, and you practice like trash, and you normally at some point in the game play like that. And we just didn't have any energy all week, and not a lot of want to be honest with you. And at the end of the day, that kind of falls on me. And like we're fix it, but I think sometimes I think we played well at times last night. I thought our defense executed the game plan really well, but we just didn't kept shooting ourselves in the foot. And, so we just kind of have to go back to the drawing board and get it fixed. All stuff I think we can fix. I haven't watched the film yet, but we just got to be a lot better. I mean, my expectations are a lot higher than what we got last night.
Any standout plays from last night?
No, not really. None I can think of. I know Gus Wilbur had some nice plays, but, we got to have more guys doing stuff than him.
Yeah.
I thought Gage Wilson made some nice throws when he wasn't getting harassed, in pass protection, and we just got to be better all the way around. I mean, I thought Huff played really well at right guard in the box. I thought our right side of our line played really well in the box. We had a lot of holding calls last night on the perimeter. Really slowed us down, and we just got to be better. I mean, it's all there is to it. Got to be better.
How'd your 8th grade team do?
Coach Harry was over there.
They went to West Plains, is that right?
14-8 maybe?
Yes. We played okay. I mean, just okay. Offensively, I think we stalled out a couple times in the red zone, and then gave up two scores. Scooping scores, two turnovers led to scores. I mean, they scooped both fumbles up and took them in. So they scored twice. Their defense scored twice, and we finally put a drive together in the fourth quarter. We came up short, 14-8.
Came up short.
Yep. How'd 7th grade do?
7th grade won maybe 35-14 14.
Wow.
Something like that.
Well, congratulations to 7th grade. They need a
Coach
little
Martin's
shot.
bunch looked good last night. Sure did.
That's good. Coach Crow, were there any Ban Crow signs when you went home after the ball game last Friday?
Any what?
Ban Crow?
No. You know.
Did you gloat a little bit?
I'm actually going to the game tonight in Harrison. My daughter's got something she's got to do, and my other daughter's doing something, so I'm fixing to roll in there with my Mountain Home stuff on and just might find some people to talk to. You never know. I mean, you know. No, I hadn't heard from any of them. You know, all you hear them is that we had to eventually win sometime and yada, yada, yada. And, you know, they can sell on it for a while.
Yeah.
You know.
Coach Harry, before we start talking about this week, let's talk about last week. How did you feel after that Harrison victory?
Big time load off the shoulders.
It was good.
That's a long wait. Yeah, that's a long wait.
Since 2012 to 2023 is 11 long seasons.
I know I've experienced 3 of them. Golly.
We've got some highlights that we want to show and talk about real quick here this morning. Let's start looking at those, Scooter. This is the first offensive series that we had. Nice catch by Carter Atkins. You got anything that you want to mention about that, Coach?
It's just Cade, man. He knows he's got real good chemistry with all those guys right now, and he puts that ball kind of on that back shoulder where nobody can get to it, and kids have really adjusted to it. He just does a good job.
Second play is another first down from Milborn. He had a good game Friday night.
He's the guy that really need to be the difference maker. You know, going into the season, we knew Jet was going to be able to do his thing, but we really needed Ant to step up, and he is. And then you get Carter, so you got a little Carter on top too. So
yeah,
we got 3 guys right now that are really doing a good job.
But then you've got number 25, Chris the Freight Train Hubbard. He just don't quit.
No, I don't know where this came from, but we've been thinking we could get this now for about 3 years, and the light finally switch finally came on.
Yeah.
So Hub has been there's no dancing going on. It's all business with him right now, and he's 190 pounds and thick and strong, and we're gonna ride that horse.
They've got legs like a tree stump. Hubbard's next play, he turns around, gets a first down. The line, there is any way to back that up or no?
Can replay it?
Yeah, let's replay that. Your offensive line is doing a good job this year, Coach.
Yeah, we really didn't know how we would do. We're a little bit undersized, but at the same time they played really hard. And that's the thing we knew, figured out camp. We had about 10 guys that they just kind of looked nasty all the time in camp. They played hard, they played the whistle, but they weren't very big, but they really played hard, and that's what they do. I mean, they're not really big enough to impose themselves as a physical dominant type of offensive lineman, but they're busy.
They're playing smart.
They're busy all the time. You know, they're working.
The next play we'll talk about is Yates to Hannaford. What can you say about that?
That got everybody a bunch of ice cream yesterday. That was the Yarnell's play of the week. So that one's put a little ice cream on that one because we all got ice cream for that. That's a nice play.
Coach Crow, what do you got to say about any of those? Anything?
Jet just does his thing. I was talking to Coach Keelan on the phone driving to work the other day, and he was talking about that they had it down as like there were 7 or 8 50-50 balls, and we got, I guess they said 7. They call them 50-50 balls, where it's just basically ball, man coverage ball. And he said we got 6 out of 7. He was saying felt like that was the difference in the game, and it was, But I mean, those guys practice that, and again, Coach Harry makes a pretty good point. Kate kind of throws it in an area where those guys kind of know what's going on, and if you're not practicing against it, it makes it difficult.
So kickoff return, we've got Dover. Guy picks it up at the 8, and there's Dover. No denying that Dover is a force to reckon with.
Yeah, his best part of his game is being on the edge and speed rushing, but he didn't get to do that the other night. They got out of the pass game pretty quick.
Talk about your defense a little bit more. This next play is a good tackle by Maddox Carney and Aiden Setzer.
Defensively, I think we're really solid on the back end right now. That was a nice play by our guys. They do make plays. Man, I just wish we was a little bigger in the middle. You know, they kind of exposed us.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of it just has to do with size, you know.
How'd your heart drop when you saw this play? It's a punt return with Hannaford. I was thinking, oh my goodness. That would have been bad to give it up right there.
I think he dropped one last week too. Jet, he don't like sticking that hand up in the air, and this is his first year doing it. He's just got to settle in, and very confident guy.
I bet he doesn't drop one in practice though.
No.
And that's
next play.
He's probably thinking about making a play. You know.
Nice first down reception, but to Hannaford from Yates. That second effort, getting that arm out. The only danger of that is if that ball hits that ground just right and it comes popping out, it's a turnover.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about Jet. He's always fighting for extra yardage. I remember that Nelson game, watching him hurdle guys and everything else. And
he's always pushing. Next shot, we got another shot of the freight train here, just showing his drive, and he just doesn't want to give up. Gets the first down. Go ahead.
Switching over to the next one.
Yeah.
Lost.
Yates connects with Milburn. What a catch.
Yep. Just crawled right over top of him and got it. They call it mossed. That's exactly what it was.
They call it what?
Mossed. Randy Mossed.
They just do such a good job of coming back to the football too. You know, I mean, they get those guys running, they come back to it. I mean, and you got to practice that stuff. I mean, that doesn't just come naturally, you know. But I mean, they've done it all summer on film, team camp. You see it all the time when you pull up the film, you know. So.
Next shot, we've got Hubbard taking it into the house. Harrison's attitude's starting to change a little bit right here. That referee even couldn't believe it. He just fell plumb out.
Yep. He rolled over.
Let's see what else we got here. Go ahead, Scooter. This is another one of them heart drop moments. Hunter Estes comes in, makes a nice tackle to keep that from going any further.
I thought he was gone. I thought, well, we're going to see what kind of man Kelso is. Kelso's going to have to save the day.
Yeah. Go ahead. Just Dover being Dover.
Yep.
Go ahead. Carter Atkins has come out of the closet a little bit, hasn't he?
He has. Throw the flag.
Should that have been horse collar?
It's close. Yeah, I'd have to see a replay, but
Carter's so good with the football in his hands. I mean, he just so.
Yes, please.
He always has been.
But what a good pass and reception by number 2, Carter Atkins.
Yeah, it's a horse collar all day long.
Absolutely. Yep. We were calling it from the booth, but they just didn't hear us. Go ahead. And Yates is not afraid to tuck and run.
No.
Picks up a nice first down.
Nah, he's a competitor. He's going to do what it takes. He's not a cowardly quarterback, man. He's solid.
What about your kicker, Kelso Hott? 3 out of 4?
Yeah, I'm glad he hit that one. That's about his range right there. But man, he hit that one solid. It would have went from 42, 43 probably.
Mm-hmm.
1 for 1 on field goals, 3 out of 4 on extra points.
I think you're going to be fine with kickers with the guys we got sitting in 9th grade right now. There's no doubt.
I hope so. I'm looking for that guy that's going to poke it in the end zone.
We're close on that. Rowan Askew's our PAT guy down there. I saw him miss last night for the first time all year. It's not like he misstruck it, but I mean, I think you're going to be just fine. He's good from 40 out right now.
Rowan Askew. Askew, yeah. Rowan, just first year playing.
Coach, your defense stepped up, held Harrison very well, except for this number 22. He's got that big long legs, big powerhouse guy. Eli Jones answered the call there. Go ahead. And on this play, you've got Jones and Dawson Dunlap. Fido, he comes up. What a game. They both played really well.
Yeah, we're doing some good stuff.
We were right at the point right there of just blowing the game wide open, that drive right there. And I think we gave up like a 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9 or something like that, and they ended up going and scoring. Like we were right there.
The PIs, we couldn't get off the field. Pass interference penalties, we couldn't get off the field. And golly, it was killer.
So a couple of those are pretty questionable.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and with that Hannaford catch. Big, long pass, and Hannaford's just there.
He just tracks the ball so well. Guys like that, I don't know what he plays in baseball. Is he a center fielder?
Left fielder.
I'm telling you, when they can track a baseball, they can track a football. Those are the guys I want to play at receiver and safety. He's all over it. He don't ever misjudge a ball.
He's a phenomenal left fielder, and he can play center field too. We just always put our best break on the guy ball in left. I mean, it's what I've always done, and he made diving catch after diving. He was just about one a game. Him and Ryder McLean made about one a game last year. But I mean, that doesn't shock me at all.
It's time for us to take a quick break. You're watching Football Friday on XL7-TV. Be back in just a moment.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home at Letty's.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Friday Sports. Coach Eric, Coach Kerr with me this morning. Coach, got one more play we want to talk about, and then we'll talk about this week's game against Greenwood. Where did this come from? Ackland?
Ackland calls it Grande Benito.
Grande Benito.
And it's got a special name for it, and it's a special play. And, you know, as a head coach, I'm glad I didn't know that was coming. Because I'd been saying, hey, man, we can't fumble the ball down here. You know what I mean? But the guys practice every week, coach practices every week. It's usually versus air.
Right.
And they handle it every week. And
we knew they were going to be in prevent, basically laying back. I mean,
yeah.
I saw it too, and I'm like, okay, I like it. But then I'm like, wow, it took some guts right there, you know.
I think Darren. I was over there at the tent, and I think Darren told the coaches. He said, "This is just one of those things where you worry about getting fired later." So anyway,
don't ask for permission.
You get in a game like that, you gotta. I mean,
you gotta let it hang out.
You gotta be aggressive, and I mean, we have to be aggressive. It's not. You're not going to beat a good football team that's well coached like that if you don't take some chances. And I mean, you got to play to win. I mean, and you know, I can't tell you how many games I've lost in my life because I sat on the ball or did something. Like, you got to play to win. Like, you did. And then think about it, that touchdown ended up being the difference in the game.
Dadgum right, it did.
You know, and I mean, you can't sit back and hope, but you get it. You got to go nowadays. You know.
Coach Crow, you made a long trip down to BB. Your players came back. What's next for the junior high?
We travel to West Memphis next week, and then we'll be home. We got the 2 West Memphis schools, and then we got Jonesboro and MacArthur sitting 3 weeks away, a conference opener. You know, we gotta have a good week. We gotta get better.
The West Memphis schools aren't in that conference then?
They are. But
okay.
These aren't the conference games part of it. This is like just non-conference.
Oh, and then you play them conference again later?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
we got a lot of stuff we got to work on, and we need to get better. I just didn't feel like we got better last week.
Are your boys healthy? You working
we
with
are.
Any injuries?
We don't have anybody nicked up at all right now. You know, the only injuries we've got is we got some powders. You know, and that stuff needs to stop.
No room for that.
No, I don't have time for that mess.
Coach Harry, are your guys healthy for tonight?
Yeah. we went in the weight room yesterday, and I had about 9 of them tried to trickle their way into the honey hole, the trainer's room. And anyway, I went nuts, and they're all good. They're all playing. They just needed out of a weight workout is what they wanted to. I think the way that played out. But
right.
I've got a plan for that too. So
tonight opens up 6A West Conference play. Bombers take on Greenwood. Greenwood comes here. It's a long trip for them. They're not used to these long trips.
No, I'm glad it's them because I've made my fair share.
We've
made our fair share.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they come in here and think, man, what a bus ride, and come up with little tired legs. But the bottom line is you get number 1 in the state coming in, and it's a good time to play. We're playing well.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited. I don't know. I'm just excited. You get a measuring stick on it and see how good we are.
Did they have a pretty good week of practice?
I think we played okay. Yeah. We blew a few coverages, and we got to fix that. We can't blow any coverages and make mistakes and come out of it alive. You know what I mean? But we played a good, solid game. I'd like to see what the outcome's going to be. I just want to play a great game. Win, lose, or draw. I want to see what our best game looks like. We haven't played one yet.
The history that we've had with Greenwood, it's the scores have been lopsided, but the play's been better than the score has been.
Sometimes it is, yeah. And I know last year they got us with some tempo, and we tried to double up a receiver. We made some mistakes, and we're gonna be better tonight. I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna be better tonight.
They've got the young quarterback Kane Archer that's been recruited by everybody and their cousin. He's had a couple of good games under his belt so far this year, but he's doing not a lot of long passes, a lot of short out routes, and he's got a cousin or a brother or somebody, number 7. That plays defense, and he's going to be a Dover to deal with.
Yeah.
Are you prepared for him?
We hope. I think he plays over there over Purdue, so he's got a big body to deal with anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good football player, and they got another lineman that's a big prospect on the offense. So we're doesn't matter to us, man. Put your pants on one leg at a time, and let's go.
There you go.
Let's go.
Everybody can have a good game, and everybody can have a bad game.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah. This is the ultimate team game. It takes 11 in this game. 11 bodies to get it done.
Coach Crow, the junior high, you say that the pouting is going on a little bit. Are they just feel like they're overworked? What's going on with that?
No, I don't think it's that. I just think people get really super sensitive when they get coached hard, you know, and I don't have time for that. You know, I'm not your hug guy. I'm not giving out hugs. You know, I just it's time to retire when it gets to that. You know, and I mean, there's a standard you need to meet, and you need to do your job. And if you don't do it, you're probably gonna, you know, get some. As far as that goes, you know, I just, you know, jumping off sides on defense is unexcusable. There is nothing you can say or do that's okay for that. You know, but I mean, we just got to get better. We got to. I was going to say something about. I mean, the crowd last week. Crazy. It was just crazy. That was like a whole community of hate. I just loved it. You know, I mean, it's just. I mean, that's the way it needs to be. You know, and I mean, it was awesome.
There is no reason we can't have crowds like that week in, week out.
Oh, but just for that game, like that didn't feel like a rivalry, and that felt like a state semifinal deal. I mean, that felt like, and I know it's been lopsided over the years, but like that didn't. I mean, you know, I mean that was just awesome to see. You know, and it's like I told our kids last night in pregame: if you don't want to be a part of that, you need to check yourself, and that's why we're here. Like we're here to develop that, and I mean, it just, I don't know how you can sit in the bleachers in the student section and go, wow, I wouldn't want to be part of that, because that's not normal. No. You know, there's nothing about that that's normal, and it's just hats off to our community and our fans, and I mean, that's crazy.
The numbers say somewhere between 4,200 and 4,700 people went through the gate.
You got 1 minute.
And that's just phenomenal.
It's unbelievable. And it was loud.
Wild. Loved it. Loved every second of it.
Coach, we've got to cut things down a little bit quicker today than we normally do. So any last word you want to say?
Go Bombers, man. We got a good one coming in tonight. It should be another good game.
It'll be a good game. Mountain Home versus Greenwood. Pregame shows start here at 6 o'clock. Kickoff will be at 7. Coaches, we really appreciate you joining us each week to give us your insight on what's happened and what's going to happen that night. So, gentlemen, thank you again.
Thanks.
You've been watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be back with This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora in just a moment.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors like German chocolate cake and sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience. Located in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn or at their Harrison address across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental. Let Paradise Cream cater your next event, because you're on your way to paradise.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road, where your business is appreciated.
Going on now through June, up to $500 off select mowers at Mower Warehouse, with no money down and payments as low as $89 per month.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. How are you, sir?
Good.
Everything's good.
A Mountain Home XL7 tradition. This Week in Real Estate.
This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora.
With Bob Zdora, that's right.
There you go.
Right.
Like that XL7 tradition.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. It's a staple.
A staple. That's good too. That's good. That's good. You like that foundational stuff.
Yeah. Foundational stuff.
Yeah.
The foundation, believe it or not, of this area has been tourist and real estate.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Tourism is by far number one, and real estate, then they bring in income, but then real estate brings in real income.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at what the real estate does for the economy, and which is the reason they played with the rates, why they're playing with the rates, to get them moved around, is to slow the real estate market down. Well, all they've really succeeded in doing.
I don't think it's working as well as they'd hoped.
No, well, it's working in that people that are in 3s and 4s for mortgages aren't selling their houses. The demand is still there. There's a lot of people, and these people normally would sell their house and move to a different area, move to a different neighborhood. That type of motion is done because nobody's going to drop a 3 or a 4 for us going on 7. It's down a little bit this week, but it has a big effect on the rest of the economy because when people sell homes, there's new cabinetry, new carpets, new televisions, new cable companies, all of the things that go with that, getting the grass cut. All of that adds to the local economy. And that's why real estate is such an important part of the local economies and the GDPs and the banks and everything else. Big part of that. And a big part of that comes from tourists that come here, you know. And the successful tourists that come here to move here are those that come here to live here, not to live and mentally still live in Cleveland and come here and say, well, that's not the way you should be doing this. Those people are never happy because the people that live here have come here for a reason. They came here to get away from Denver, Dallas, Detroit, whatever it may be, and to assimilate into society here, not to come in and try to change everything.
Right.
And you get people that just are beating their head against the wall, and then they're not happy, and then they're not happy, and then they're trying to cause other people to not be happy because they're not happy. You know, we came down, and there's an adjustment period. There's no question. And Jason's really a good example. He's a kid in his 40s coming here from Chicago. You know, Stone. That's all he's ever known is the city, and little adjustment, but
culture
now
shock.
He's here. I mean, he's here, and he's told Robbie he hasn't had a minute that he's questioned his decision to come. That's success, and he'll be successful here, as we were. I mean, we didn't come down. I mean, there were some things that when you move here and you're new and you're kind of looking at things and you go, why? But you go, okay, it works for them, and it's worked for them for this long. Bob isn't going to change them.
How many people have y'all showed homes to that said, only if?
Oh,
If
yeah.
they only.
Yeah.
Only if.
Oh, yeah. You drive around in a car with them, and we'll get to if only you had a Chick-fil-A. If only you had a
Kohl's.
If only you had whatever. And by the third, if only, I tell them.
Portillo's.
Portillo's, yeah. Well, Portillo's may not be bad. If only you had, and by the time we get to the third, if only, I tell them, stay where you're at. You know, things don't happen just like that. You know, we've got what we've got, and when we came down here, we realized you go into Harps, you go into Walmart, and when you're shopping, they still got ranch dressing here. They may not have 55 versions of it. They may be 10, but they got ranch dressing, and I can get it if I really need. Exactly, I can if I need something, I can reach out and get it.
Right.
And people don't. That's part of the adjustment, but that's what makes us what we are. You know, that's really makes us the community what we are. Is that?
And the other side of that coin is embrace the change that is coming.
Oh yeah.
You know, there are things that are coming here eventually. You know, the mayor was on Wednesday talking about some of the things that are coming. There's another Kentucky Fried Chicken coming. There's a Slim Chickens coming. There's some other things that are happening that he couldn't really divulge at the moment. Embrace the change. Yeah. You know, the Walmart store that we have here is in the top 10 of the whole Walmart world for a reason.
Yeah.
Because it's the biggest
and that's
shopping
like
facility
and that's
here
like the fourth one here.
Yeah.
From where they started to where they are now.
Yeah.
so things do change, and we're never going to be Mayberry again.
No.
I don't know that they ever were, but we're never going to be Mayberry again. And you got to kind of roll with that. Things change, and life moves forward. Doesn't have to. We're never going to be Fayetteville or Jonesboro or any of that. That's logistically, it's not possible. We're always going to be a small town America, and we need to embrace that and try to make it better, not try to stop it from going forward, because it's going to go forward. And by fighting some of the things that, some of the changes that are proposed, and constantly fighting that and being against everything, you're just going to make your head hurt, because eventually it's going to catch up. And the sooner, the more, I don't know if it's the more control we'll have over everything, but it will be a better situation if everybody's on board with it, instead of having people fighting over things.
No infighting. We don't need any infighting.
No, we really don't. We really don't. We want it to be a nice place. We don't want it to have that fracture in the community. That's what'll make us be more like a Jonesboro than anything else. We'll be like Jonesboro, but we won't have that size. We won't have that tax base. But we'll have this, and that's not good. That's not good. No.
Don't need it at all.
I'll get off my soapbox.
Step down.
But it is
all
part of living here.
Sure.
And we want people to be happy here. We want people to come here who want to participate. We've had a number of people over in Marion County that have joined our Republican Party over there that are just so happy to be here. They came one from New Jersey, one from California, one from Colorado, and they're just so happy to be here. What can we do? That's the attitude that we want. That's the attitude we came with.
Yep. Come here and
be a
and
part
be
of the community. To be a part of the community.
Yep. Come here and be involved. What's the real estate numbers look like this week?
This week in real estate. No. See? Why does it do that to me? Tell me, Bob, why does it do that to me?
Well, I always get told it's operator error. Because I ask that same question several times a day.
Yeah, you're probably right. This week in real estate, there were 50 new listings came on the market, 4 commercial properties, 16 parcels of land, 30 homes came on the market. They range in price from $56,000 to $1.7 million. A beautiful house out on Webb's Landing. There were 33 sales, 9 parcels of land, 24 homes sold. They range in price from $19,000 to $55,000. The average sale price this week was $228,000. 80 days on market. That came out to $5.4 million in residential real estate closed this week. 8 properties expired, 36 had price changes, and 51 are pending. And we were at like 63 last week, so we're starting to eat into the inventory of homes that are under contract, and they're not being replaced as fast by new homes under contract. So that's kind of an indicator that our market's slowing down. We'll see by how much, by how long, for how long. There's 269 homes on the MLS. Year to date, there's been 732 homes have sold for $167 million. The average sale price this year is $228,000 with 88 days on market. Last year, there had been 830 homes that sold for $181 million with an average sale price of $218,000 with 82 days on market. Mortgage rates are down. Come on. I had it too. There it is. Mortgage rates are down a little bit this week. For a 30-year fixed, it's at 6.875 with the 1% fee. For FHA, VA, and rural development, they're all at 6.25 with 1% down origination fee. And then a 15-year you can get for 6.375 with the 1% originalization fee. So they're down from last year, but I was reading an article that year to date from a year ago now till today, week to week, it was the new mortgage applications are down like 28%. So, I mean, it's just people saying, we'll just wait. There aren't enough homes out there, and the rates are too high, but that's going to continue going forward. I mean, when you look at the number of contractors and new contractors and people trying to hire new tradesmen. You know, like I saw something that said like for every 40 that quit, there's only 7 that replace them.
Mm.
So, and you're seeing that because the schools haven't been teaching that for a while. They are now. They're starting to get those programs going again. And kids are realizing they can do very well. They can make a great living using their hands and a little manual labor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily going and getting a doctorate in French literature is just going to give you a whole lot of debt and not much useful information for the rest of your life. So the rates and the amount of homes is it's a very, very unique situation. I don't know that we've seen this. We haven't seen it in the modern era at all, and I don't know. So it probably didn't exist before this year, this couple of years, with inflation being what it is, the lack of houses because of COVID, and all those homes that got bought up, and people that were living in apartments getting out, and you had people that were living in mom's basement, and people getting married, and the rental business is very tight right now, very tight right now. So things are kind of jammed up. We're waiting to see, you know, what it's going to take to blow things up. If they drop the rates, more people will apply, but that'll probably force the price of the houses up a little bit.
At what point is the realization that these rates may be the new norm for a while? When will that
historically 7 had been a good number, but the average cost of the house when they were 7 isn't the same as it is now, and the rate and wages haven't kept up with that. So if 7's going to be the new normal, the prices of the houses can't stay where they are because people can't afford them. They're not making that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
In general. I mean, there's some people that are, but in general. So you're still seeing a lot of cash deals. We're talking to people and coming from other markets where they're able to sell their property, and even if they take a loss from where they were a year ago, they're still way ahead from when they bought it, and it's all cash in it. They want to be able to reinvest that, to be able to come here. That's where a lot of the business is, because the loan applications are down.
What's going on for the Z team? What kind of community events are you attending here in the next little bit?
Well, we're getting ready for Turkey Trot over in Yellville. We're getting Car Craze is tomorrow in Flippin. Also tomorrow night is Music on the Square in Yellville. Will be the Republican Committee's sponsor for that. There's always stuff going on. You look at the thing and there's football, obviously football, go Bombers, and I'm sure they'll do very well tonight. It'll be a tougher game than it was. Last week was a tough game. I think mentally it was a tough game too. Mm-hmm. You know, that a lot of pressure on these kids. You haven't won since 12, you know, that they put on themselves, and they stepped up.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of that mental pressure as well going on with the Greenwood game as well. How do they get you?
Best thing to do is call Linda. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. All the MLS is on there. If you're looking to come on the market, see what's out there, give you some idea of what the homes are on the market for, give you an idea of you're looking to buy a home. It's real time. We're not like Zillow and Trulia. If you send us an email, we're not going to bomb you. We don't sell anybody. All of that stays right there in Linda's lap. We don't own Century 21. We work at Century 21. So if you call there, ask for the Z team. Ask them to connect you to the Z team, which will ideally be Linda. If you walk in the door, tell them you want to see someone from the Z team, or have them call, and we'll set up an appointment from there. But don't just walk in and think that, oh, well, this is Bob's house. It's not Bob's house. It's Mickey and Jules' house, and Bob's a guest there. So, but you want to call the Z team, ask for the Z team. We appreciate it. We appreciate the business. We appreciate the faith that you put in us.
That has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. Century 21 LeMac Realty here in Mountain Home. 870-405-0793 is the number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is the website.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back with Friday Sports in just a moment.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.